Hello everyone, in this lesson 2 I'm gonna introduce you to all the menus which are present on the top of this Photoshop, right? So we'll just go through all the menus quickly and we'll understand which are actually necessary for our Photoshop. That is only we will be discussing in this video, right? Other unnecessary bullshit is useless for us guys. So we will just go through the necessary and important menus which would be useful in our photo editing game. So let's get straight into the video. Hello everyone, welcome to our second lesson of our first week of creating an amazing photo editing in 30 days and master yourself. So the very first thing we will go through this is the file menu, right? All the menus we will cover up in this. Just watch the full video, right? So this is the first menu, that is file menu. From here, if you will see here is the new, so it will create a new document. If you, let's say, you can create any of the new sizes. Let's select 5 to 5 inches or centimeter ratio, whatever we want to do. You can just name or just select the size of that, and you can also select here from the resolution. Also you can just set it from here. Let's select the 100 resolution, so it will create a 100 resolution new document or a new file. So this is how the new document works. And here is the open menu, that is open. It will open up any of the photos. Suppose let's see here. So this will open up the photo, or you can directly press Ctrl O from the keyboard to, that is the shortcut of this tool. Now we'll just go to the browse in the bridge. That is actually not necessary. Open as smart object. This will automatically open any of the photograph as a smart object. So if you want to see this, so as you can see, what the smart object does is this. Whatever the adjustment you do in this, you can totally redo it. Suppose if I want to do over here something, let's press Ctrl Else. Or if I want to give anything levels or something to this particular photo, and I'll just hit OK. So as you can see, another in layer is created, or the next second layer would be created below the photo layer. So you can undo it anytime or change anything at any time. That is the plus point or the benefits of creating a smart layers that we will cover up in other video, guys. Alright, so this is just an overview of all the menus, and here is the open recent. Here is the thing which are the open, whatever you have opened last, that all would be seen over here. This is the close menu, so it will just close up the current menu or the thing which you have opened. Alright, and the next thing is here the close all, so it will close all the layers or the images which you have opened right now. And here is the close other, so it will just close rest of the image rather than the opened image. Now here you can save as it is a save, close and go to the bridge. Here this is not actually necessary for you guys. Here is the save as option if you want to do or save this image, or just leave this image as it is. And if you want to save as something, suppose I have made a correction of adjusting the levels. If I want to save this as a different image, what I will do is just go to the file, click on save as, and let's select the desktop, and we will just name it as anything and save. And here is the quality of the image. Whichever you want to decrease or increase the size, you can just increase or decrease the size. If you will decrease the size, it will automatically cut the resolution or decrease the resolution, as well as it will also decrease the size of the image. That you have to keep in mind. If you want to create just a 2 MB size, that is a thumbnail size for your YouTube video, then you can just definitely do it by using this technique of save as option. If you will just play with the line over here, you will see the notice. If you whatever you decrease the slider, you will see the lesser the size of the image becomes. If you make the image as a maximum, so it will just obtain the maximum quality of the size, and just hit OK. So it will just show up as the desktop the file would be created. So here is the file which we have created, right, with a different adjustment, and this one is as it is. So you can just close it if you want, or just press Ctrl Z, so it will just bring back the rest of the thing. Now here is the thing that is revert, so it will just revert up the process whatever you have done previously. It will automatically do or obtain that previous adjustment. Here is the export, which is actually not needed, or this is not actually needed for you, so no need to understand. Here is a generate menu, or here is a share. These all are the things which you actually not needed to understand. So I'll just cover up the things which you really need, alright, for your photo editing thing or the concept. So just you have to understand that menus only, because there are actually tons of menus are present in Photoshop. We don't have to understand each and everything. You just need to understand what is actually necessary in your editing process or in your career of this professional editing setup. So that only we will cover up in this course, right? So here is the edit, that is a redo and undo process. By pressing the Ctrl Z, you can just do it whatever the thing you want to do. You can just play with it and make Ctrl Z, right? Now here is a search. If you want to search something over here in Photoshop, you can totally search it, the menu or anything you want to search in Photoshop, you can totally search it. And the next thing is check spelling grammar. This is also not necessary. This is a fill, that is the content over. This we will understand in other menus, right? In depth we will understand this. This is a perspective wrap. Suppose let's select, go to the edit, press Ctrl T. So it will just press or decrease the size of the image, or you can totally play with the image with the help of by pressing Ctrl T or the transform tool. If you want to rotate it, you can totally rotate it just like this way. Or there is a lot of, if you want to give a specific degree, that is 45, so it will just cover up the 45. And if you want to give a -45, then you can do totally everything is up to you. So you can just play with this transform tool and do whatever you want. You can just do it. Now if you are doing in a transform tool, right, now here there are a lot of menus, but if you will click the right click on the image, it will just show up many of the things over here. That is the scale. So if you see the scale button, so it will just scale up, and just like this way it will just enlarge it. This is the rotate, so it will just rotate the image. Here is a skew tool, so it will just skew from any one of the side. If you want to create that kind of effect, you can totally do it with this skew effect. Now here is a distort, so it will just get distorted. Whatever you are doing, that everything you can just play with around, and you can just increase or decrease the size. You can just do it and learn by yourself, guys. This is actually comes out from the practice, and this is only necessary where you actually need. So you have to understand this you won't be able to need it anywhere else. Most of the case you won't need these tools. Here's a perspective, so it will only if you want to create a kind of enhance the 3D effect to your photo particularly, then you can just create this kind of perspective. So it will create an amazing enhanced way and pop out your photos with the help of this perspective tool. So as you can see, this one is really making your photo an amazing 3D type of thing. So this is how the perspective tool works. Now here is the wrap tool. What the wrap tool is does, it will you can play with from any of the curves, right? Let's suppose say press Ctrl T and we will select the wrap tool. Suppose if you have wrap tool, then you can totally play with any of the curves. You can totally make an amazing kind of paper effect, or you can wrap it from any of the places. Suppose you want to wrap on from this, so you can see it is totally kind of it looks like a paper, so you can just wrap it from any of the thing, right? So this is how the wrap tool and all the transform tool works. This is flip it to horizontal. Suppose if there is a situation where you want to flip this in other direction, then what you will do, just right click on it and just select the rotate 180, so it will rotate 180 degree. Right click and select the right 90 degrees, so it will rotate 90 degree. This will rotate counterclockwise 90 degree. And here is the flip it horizontal. If you want to flip it, so it will just totally flip it in opposite direction, and flip it vertical, so it will vertical upside down, right? So this is how the transform tool works. And here is the next thing, that is pause. This is also not needed. These all things we actually don't need, so we don't need to understand. This preference setting we will understand in other lessons. And this is the image. Here is the mode of grayscale, or suppose the photo is you are working is the RGB, that is red, green and blue channels. Here you can see the channels. This photo is made up of red, green and blue color. That everything would be seen. If you are using the CMYK color, then you will see the channels have been made with a different cyan, magenta, yellow and black. But generally in photo editing we just have to play with only the RGB colors, so just keep it as it is. We don't need to understand this whole thing. Here are the adjustment menu that we will learn in other special lesson. Here the auto tone, if you want to make an auto correction, so just you will click this, it will automatically fix the color of the photo according to it. And here was that what do we say, image size. You can see how the image size is, that is we have created the new document where we have made a new size. That size you can just give it over here, or you can, if you want to decrease the size of this or increase the resolution of the image, let's select this menu and just hit OK. So it will increase the size of the image. You can totally decrease the size, and whatever you want to do with this, you can do it by pressing the image size button. Right now, here next is a canvas. If you want to decrease the size of the image, or you have to cut the canvas full, so let's select here. I'm gonna decrease it to 2000 to 3000. If I will just hit OK, so it will it will do one kind of cropping from the whole image to a inside image, right? So this is one type of a cropping. This is the image rotation which we have learned, that is pressing the Ctrl T and just doing all the stuff. Here is the trim, that is also actually not needed. This is a duplicate. This we have to understand. If you want to duplicate the same image into another tab, then just go to the image and select the duplicate, so it will open up as a different tab. As you can see, these are the two different tabs have been opened in our Photoshop with the help of this duplicate image. Here is the apply image, which you don't have to understand. Here is the calculation, that is also not needed. So these are all the things which you don't have to understand, particularly in editing. Here are the layers, which we'll understand in the next menu or next lessons. Particularly this chapter of a different video I'll be making of layers, understanding the layer concept. This is the type, that is the just the font tool. If you are doing some kind of correction with the help of adding a text, that everything would be covered up in this process. So this is also not needed, we have already covered up. And here is the next thing, that is the filter menu, sorry, the select. Here are the all layer. If there are all layers, suppose I'm say here is the 3 layers or current exposure, anything. Suppose I have these 3 layers. If I want to select all the layers, so what I will do is just select and select all. So it will just select, it will only select the whole area of the image, right? If you want to select the whole image, just press Ctrl A, so it will select all area. Or you can directly select the select and select all. Here is the deselect. By pressing Ctrl D, you will be able to deselect the thing, right? And here is the color range. Find layers. This is also not needed. If there are a lot of layers over here, you can just click any of the name of that layer, so it will be able to find out that layer. This is only you will be using while you have lots of layer you are working with So this tool only that time you will be able to use it. And the next thing is isolate layer, that is also actually not needed. So these all are the things which you don't need actually much. Now we'll go to the filter, that is filter menu. There are a lot of corrections over here, so this we will understand in another lessons, but separately each and every tools. Here is the 3D, that is also if you want to create a 3D layer or a kind of 3D model, you can just play with, or you can just use the menu. This is kind of a difficult. This also we don't need. This is only needed when you want to create a 3D text in your Photoshop. So this is only used at that time. And view, if you want to view the, suppose this is a photo. If I want to view this is also actually not needed. If you want to zoom in, you can zoom it with the zoom out tool and zoom in tool. If you want to get 100% view, so you will get 100% view of the image. Flip it horizontal, so it will just flip it. That is just a control T thing. This is a screen mode. This all you don't have to understand or no need, right? And one thing you have to understand, that is here is a ruler, right? If this ruler is not seen, that is this bar, the ruler, just press Ctrl plus R, so it will hide and unhide the ruler. What does this ruler do actually? If you want to snap something in a particular area, so let's just, if you will just press the button of the mouse, you will see one of the thing or the line would be coming out from here, and if you will do this thing, this line will be coming out. So this is just a marking point, if you want to, this is just for you. This will not affect any layer, but it's just for your convenience. If you want to create a perfect middle line, and here also you can just create by yourself, so you will be able to identify the perfect square image, so that you can just play with it and do whatever thing you want in the separate layers, and you can totally paint the thing and everything. You can just do it with the help of, if you have selected this. So this is just a process or easy thing to, if you want to select any of the thing from the image, you will be able to do with the help of this rulers. It just make your photo or the editing work easy. That's all this ruler does. If you want to hide this ruler, just press Ctrl plus H, so it will hide up the ruler. It isn't that easy, guys. Yeah, this would be necessary when you are doing kind of projects where you actually need a kind of very fast thinking or fast working space. That time you can just use this ruler. And there are more things which you don't have to understand, that are not necessary. Here is the window. Just if the tools or the thing which are missing out from the Photoshop, you can just do it with here. Suppose let's select the gray histogram. As you can see, here is a histogram. Let's go to the window and select the brushes, or set actions, so it will show up the actions. In short, this is just a menu thing, or thing which are not shown in your layer section. This everything would be over here. Here is the color panel. You can select any of the colors over here. It will be, it is just picking up the colors. This is just an easy task to pick up the colors. If you are drawing or something, doing like a drawing process, then this would be pretty perfect. Otherwise, if you just have to go here and there and select this, otherwise rather than this, you can directly select everything from here just in a one click. If you have selected this swatches or this tool, if you want to close the particular group, then all you can do is just click on these three buttons and select the close group, so it will just be closed. So this is just a window. If you want to arrange or compare two images, so what you will do is just go to the window, select the orange, and here are the two verticals. Suppose you want to arrange the vertical sections, so you can see, suppose you have, here is some your reference image. If you want to copy that, or you are just referencing as your image, or just doing the process, then this is how you can compare your image as your reference image. If you have created a window and arranged in a 3-step, here is the 4th thing. So this will create a 4 different windows to compare. Suppose you want to play on this window or on this or on this, you can just totally do it in a 3 different or 4 different layers or 4 different menus at a time. So this is how window or the Alt tab actually works. Match the zoom. Suppose here is a zoom thing, right? And here if you want to match the same exact location, then you just have to go to the match zoom, so it will automatically detect that particular thing or the position of the location of that image, and it will just match up all the image at the same point. So this is how this match tool also work. Match all or match zoom, simple as that, right? So these are the things which you need to understand. These are, otherwise there are a lot of things which you will go through, then there are a lot of things which we actually not needed. We will just go through the things which we actually need, right? So guys, today the thing has been completed of introducing to the new menu tab. All the menus we have learned it, right? So thank you for watching, guys, and we will see in the next lesson of learning the arts of layers. Alright, so thank you for watching, and bye bye till the next video.